As the Biden administration's immigration policies shift, the landscape for undocumented immigrants across the U.S. continues to evolve. However, with recent enforcement measures, many regions have become especially tough for those living without legal status. Some states offer limited protections, while others implement aggressive laws and cooperate heavily with federal agencies, creating a challenging environment for undocumented communities. In this video, we'll explore the 10 states where undocumented immigrants face the greatest hurdles. From strict law enforcement to border security and local policies, these states are reshaping life for millions. Stay tuned to see which states are the most difficult and what factors contribute to their reputation. Before we start, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to Virtual Travel, and ring the notification bell for more updates on migration trends, policy changes, and travel insights across the U.S. Let's jump right in. Number 10, Virginia. Virginia, famed for its historic landmarks and scenic beauty, might seem welcoming, but for undocumented immigrants, the reality is complex. While some cities like Alexandria and Richmond champion sanctuary policies, neighboring counties such as Loudoun and Prince William have ramped up local cooperation with immigration authorities. In recent years, federal agents have increased their presence, especially in Northern Virginia, making raids more common. Employment restrictions have tightened, with stricter verification laws that make it harder to find work without legal papers. Local authorities in some counties actively share information with ICE, turning routine interactions into potential deportation triggers. Virginia exemplifies a patchwork approach. Some areas are safe zones, others are heavily hostile. If you're undocumented and considering settling here, it's crucial to stay informed about local enforcement policies and have a backup plan. Number 9. North Carolina. Known for its vibrant cities and rural charm, North Carolina has also earned a reputation for tough immigration enforcement. Several local law enforcement agencies have entered agreements that enable them to work directly with ICE, often deputizing officers to act as immigration agents. In rural regions, enforcement is even more aggressive, with some sheriff's offices actively participating in immigration crackdowns. New laws have been introduced that criminalize undocumented presence and impose severe penalties for minor infractions, making daily life risky. For undocumented residents, routine activities like commuting, shopping, or even attending school carry heightened danger. Deportations are increasing, and local governments are under pressure to cooperate more closely with federal authorities. This creates an environment where fear and uncertainty are part of everyday life. Number 8, Georgia. Georgia, a state known for its economic growth and southern hospitality, has also become one of the most challenging places for undocumented immigrants. The state's policies have become increasingly strict, with law enforcement working hand in hand with ICE. Employers are required to verify work documents meticulously, and businesses that hire undocumented workers face hefty fines. Local governments have no sanctuary protections, and some counties have signed agreements that allow police to detain individuals based solely on immigration status. In cities like Atlanta and Savannah, ICE conducts regular raids, and even routine traffic stops can lead to detention. The combination of tough laws and aggressive enforcement measures makes Georgia a high-risk environment for those without legal status. Number 7, Arizona. Arizona has long been at the forefront of immigration policy, especially with measures like SB 1070, which required police to question individuals about their immigration status during routine stops. Though parts of this law have been challenged, the state's overall attitude remains strict. The border region is heavily monitored, with surveillance drones, high-tech sensors, and Border Patrol agents patrolling constantly. Urban centers like Phoenix and Tucson also see frequent ICE operations, with some raids targeting even minor violations. The state's detention facilities are notorious for their harsh conditions, and any undocumented person detained here faces a tough fight to regain freedom. Arizona's environment is unforgiving for those without legal papers, both physically and legally. Number 6, Illinois. Illinois, home to Chicago, has traditionally been viewed as a sanctuary state, but recent political shifts are complicating that image. While Chicago's policies remain relatively protective, Illinois outside the city is less welcoming. Many suburban and rural counties participate actively in immigration enforcement, with some counties entering agreements that facilitate ICE raids. Budget issues have reduced access to immigrant services, legal aid, and housing assistance, making survival more difficult. Undocumented individuals living outside Chicago face increasing risks of detention and deportation, especially if local authorities cooperate with federal agencies. The political climate suggests the environment could shift further, depending on upcoming elections. Number 5. New Jersey. New Jersey, with its diverse economy and dense urban centers, is another state where undocumented immigrants face a complex reality. While cities like Newark and Jersey City maintain sanctuary policies, other counties have moved toward cooperation with ICE. The state's large undocumented workforce, especially in construction and service sectors, faces the danger of raids and detentions. Some counties have signed agreements that enable local law enforcement to participate directly in immigration enforcement. Despite some progressive policies, the threat of deportation remains real, especially in less sanctuary-friendly parts of the state. It's essential for undocumented residents to be aware of which areas are safer and which are more dangerous. Number 4. New York. New York, the city that never sleeps, offers some of the strongest sanctuary protections in the country. However, recent federal crackdowns have increased the risk for undocumented immigrants even here. While NYC's policies limit cooperation with ICE, federal agents are still active, conducting raids and targeting individuals for minor infractions. The high cost of living adds extra pressure, forcing many undocumented families into precarious situations. Upstate New York and suburban areas have less protection, with some local agencies cooperating more closely with federal immigration authorities. Navigating life here requires vigilance, especially outside the city limits. Number 3. Florida. Florida's reputation as a welcoming destination is now overshadowed by its aggressive stance on immigration. The state has implemented strict laws that criminalize undocumented presence and heavily involve law enforcement in immigration enforcement. Employers face rigorous verification requirements, and communities are under increased scrutiny. Recent policies include busing programs that relocate migrants out of the state, and local police often cooperate with ICE, making routine activities risky. Long-term residents and newcomers alike face deportation threats, even after decades of living here. For undocumented immigrants, Florida has become a place of heightened tension and constant uncertainty. Number 2. Texas. Texas, with its vast border and large undocumented population, remains one of the most challenging states. Its policies are among the toughest, with no sanctuary protections and a close partnership with ICE. Border patrol activity is intense, with miles of fencing, surveillance towers, and drone patrols, making crossing or staying undetected nearly impossible. Urban centers like Houston and Dallas also see frequent raids, with local law enforcement often cooperating fully. For those living in Texas without papers, everyday life is fraught with danger, from routine traffic stops to large-scale raids. The state's stance makes it one of the most hostile environments for undocumented communities. Number 1. California. Finally, California, known for its progressive reputation, surprisingly ranks as the most difficult state for undocumented immigrants. Despite extensive sanctuary laws, federal actions have ramped up deportation efforts here. ICE conducts frequent raids, even in sanctuary cities, targeting individuals based on minor infractions or background checks. The high cost of living, housing shortages, and economic pressures make day-to-day survival challenging for many. Political divides also complicate matters. Some counties are fiercely protective, while others cooperate with federal agencies. The result is a tense environment where undocumented residents must stay constantly alert. Wrap up. And there you have it, the 10 most challenging states for undocumented immigrants in the U.S. As enforcement intensifies, staying informed and cautious is more important than ever. If you found this breakdown eye-opening, hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments. Did any of these surprises catch you off guard? Have you experienced enforcement actions yourself? For more in-depth analysis, relocation tips, and updates on U.S. migration trends, subscribe to Virtual Travel. Thanks for watching, stay safe, and keep your head up.